Hello and welcome to the video for Monday, April the 6th. This is for 4th grade, covering the lesson that you will be working on today. So I'm using a whiteboard to kind of show the pages from the math book, and we'll be working through the problems that I circled in the book and maybe like one or two extra things at the beginning of the lesson. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we have. So the first thing I want to do is unlock the problem. So we are working with equivalent fractions and decimals. So Daniel spent a day hiking through a wildlife preserve. During the first hour, he drank 6/10 of a liter of water. How many hundredths did he drink? So if we're going from tenths to hundredths, we are multiplying by 10. And again, at any point in time, if you want to pause the video, I'm not going to announce it every single time. To work on your own, you can go ahead and pause the video. So we're going to write times 10 for both of these. And so if I do 6 times 10, that is going to give me 60. And if I write it down here, that is going to give me this. So he drank either 6/10 or 60/100ths of a liter of water. Why they are equivalent is because of what we just looked at. So let's take a look at filling in this model real quick. So if I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and go ahead and fill in this entire amount, except for that little bit here. And if I do the same thing here and fill in all of this space, they will be worth the same. So let's go ahead and take a look at our next page. So this kind of shows up a little bit odd. So I'm going to try, actually I'm going to go ahead and clear out the writing part. And then drag this over. I don't have enough space to fit all 3 pages at the same time. So, and we actually want to be over here. So let's take a look at the right-hand side of the screen. Number 1, so if we write 4/10 as hundredths, again, we are going to multiply by 10. And that is going to give us 40 hundredths, which is the same as 0.40. So we have 4/10 and 0 hundredths when we're done, which gives us 40. All right, now over to this part. So I asked you guys to do number 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, and 15. So let's go ahead and take a look at these. Number 3, so if I'm writing it in hundredths in fraction form, it is going to be 50 over 100. And if I write it as a decimal, it's going to be 0.50. So all of these should be relatively easy. All of our fractions are going to look like this. All of our decimals are going to be looking like this. So write the number as tenths in fraction form. So I have 4/10. And so the fraction for that is 4/10. And in decimal form, 4/10 would just be 0.4. This part here will be 2 over 10. Sorry, that is a really bad looking 2. I think there's a way that I can actually type using one of these, but I haven't figured that out yet. And then 0.2 for the decimal. Number 9, write the number as hundredths in fraction form. So we are going to multiply both of these by 10 to get 20 over 100. And again, if you want to work on any of these on your own before you see the answer, you can just go ahead and pause the video and 0.20 for this. As tenths, we are going to have 6 parts over 10. So, oops. So it'd be like we would scratch out the last 0 here. So 6/10 and 0.6 7/10 and 0.7. And then this one, okay, sorry about that. This one, an equivalent mixed number with hundredths would be 3 and 50 over 100. And if we write that as a decimal, it would be 3.50. So that covers what we will be working with today for the lesson. If you have any questions, feel free to post questions in the comments for the assignment on Google Classroom. There will be a new video on Tuesday with the answers to that. I will also post a Google form, so I'll give you the option to either just type in the answers that you got from the page on the form, or you can upload a picture if you are planning on turning it in digitally. If you're going to turn in the piece of paper at school, then you're not required to do that. Just let me know that you've completed it some way. Have a good day, and I will see you tomorrow.